Please leave your hair alone. Whatever's happening in your life, just leave your hair alone. Who am I to say my hair's short? We are so used to the idea that after a breakup or a major life change, the epitome of glow up is physically looking different. Let's take a step further. The biggest shift in your glow up is for your nervous system. What I mean is, when your nervous system is calm, you show up confident in every single aspect of your life. Meaning, confidence is nothing but a regulated nervous system. And with that, you move differently, you feel differently, you respect yourself on a totally different level. And all of this because after a major change, major shake in your body, finally you feel safe. And what else gives you a bigger confidence boost than that? And I really want to talk about what it actually feels like to regulate your nervous system, not from, a therapist perspective, you should regulate your nervous system, this is how you do it, but from a receiver's perspective, like what it actually does to you. Stage 1, let go or be dragged. In the survival mode, which can look like anything between burying yourself in distractions or work to looking like you're going out every night and or not getting yourself out of bed. You're literally just scared to be seen by yourself. You avoid any conversation about what you're actively doing on an autopilot because the moment you realize that, everything changes. You know that getting out of bed shouldn't be hard. You know taking care of yourself shouldn't be a chore, or having your room look like a disaster and dishes piling in the sink, or going out every single night and waking up with a hangover is not right. And you will have to sit in the discomfort of acknowledging that you have been neglecting yourself. And who wants to accept that they've done something wrong to themselves? No one. And especially not in a survival mode, because that means now you have a choice to change that. And that is scary, in a way. So the moment you get out of that survival mode, you get yourself a routine, you start taking care of yourself, your nervous system shakes. Not the moment you realize that you're standing at the choice point, but when you have actively made that decision to get out of that survival mode. Your nervous system is no longer in the comfort, but instead you're actively rewiring it. And that is uncomfortable. This is where it happens, the relapse. This is where you want to crawl back in the bed, rot, or get another drink and forget it all. Let go or be dragged. Stage 2. You get back up and you sit in that discomfort. You stop listening to your thoughts and you start actively telling your brain to shut the fuck up. And this is effective, very effective. Honestly, the second best thing you can do at this point is not to shame yourself, not to shame that version of yourself. That part of you was trying to survive and it did its best because you're here. Now you have to let that version go because you have the clarity of your own potential right now. The confidence you're trying to seek is not going to come from overcompensating or pretending. It comes from feeling safe in your own body, and shaming a version of you is not going to help, especially the one that helped you survive. Stage 3, you feel safe to be seen. Whatever the pain was, it feels smaller every day. It won't just completely disappear. It might visit you in the form of grief. That's okay. Because for the first time in months, you feel okay to be seen, to be authentic you, without the masking of the pain or listening to your own tragic story. You're you again. And that's how you know you're rewiring your nervous system. And the chronic stress, the dysregulation, the overthinking, the anxiety energetically blocks your glow up. And you can choose to move forward from that place of shame and negativity into a place of self-love and positivity. Stage 4. Draw Boundaries. This is an important step, and in my personal experience, I didn't exactly skip it, but I did not build firm boundaries. I made exceptions. But it is only now that I'm realizing that boundaries are the baseline of any chapter in your life. And if you don't carry them, you basically are putting yourself in a position to feel the same pain all over again in a different font. And here's my perspective. You need to draw your boundaries in order to protect yourself. Things that you will not entertain in your life. If you're not certain about me, if you're not sure of me, well, darling, I think we are not made for each other. Make space for who's coming next. If you cannot defend my name in the rooms I'm not present in, you are not my friend. And that's you protecting your energy and not being selfish. It's not being selfish. Do not confuse that. And boy, it is important to have these boundaries. Because these boundaries are your superpower walking into every room, every single chapter of your life. Stage 5. Regulate before you speak. What I mean is, once you have achieved that baseline after your survival mode and you glow up, your glow up is very much visible. Maintain it. It's not about how much you speak, it's about what energetically are you giving. A regulated nervous system breathes. Take your time, ponder, think of what you are actually feeling. What do you actually want? It's so easy to go on an autopilot with our first baseline after the survival mode, because it is so important for you to test it and sometimes bring that baseline up a little bit. So ask yourself, what aspect of it still doesn't feel right? Is your baseline the true reflection of who you want to be? Or if there is a discomfort around an XYZ aspect of your life, or whatever it may be. Because maybe your nervous system is still in survival mode in that part or aspect of your life. Because the thing about your life is that you can choose to change it at any given moment. Standing in your own power, in your own energy, and not over explaining yourself, understanding that you are safe because you've got your own back. The self-trust, being emotionally regulated in social settings, that is magnetic. That is confidence. Stage 6. I heard someone say this and it is etched in my mind. Glow up is rooted in the micro choices that you make out of self-respect. You do not have to make yourself digestible for somebody else to choose you. The universe is not on a budget. Ask for someone who chooses you without you having to beg for it. Stop self-sacrificing for the good of somebody else. You should not compromise your true needs or your authenticity for things that do not feel like they align with your highest good. I'm sure people change and tables turn around and situations change. So if you want to test the waters again, by all means, but don't ever let it come to your self-respect. Don't ever let yourself be in a position of losing yourself again. Circling back to what I said in the beginning of the video, your glow up. Circling back to what I said in the beginning of this video, your glow up is not just physical. It is internal. Nothing external will ever make you feel more beautiful or stronger than your internal environment. So cater that and water yourself. Also, share your thoughts below, because I love to read them. And if you like what I talk about here, feel free to visit my Substack, where I write short stories, essays, and some thoughts here and there. So yeah. Also, if you would like some help to unstuck your thinking when you are dysregulated or you're spiraling, feel free to grab that freebie in the description below. I'm still so bad at self-promotion. It's basically a free questionnaire like 5 questions that can help you organize your thoughts and regulate yourself in that moment. So have a look. Feel free to check that out. Until next time.